Today's video is sponsored to you by EA. Special thanks to EA for providing me early access to Madden 22 and allowing early capture so I can bring you exclusive tips and tricks videos. If you want more exclusive Madden 22 content, be sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you never miss an upload. What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to go over the top 5 offensive playbooks that you can be using in Madden Ultimate Team right now. This is going to help you more games. The meta could change as the year goes on, but I think starting out on release day, if you're looking for a playbook to use on offense, make sure you check out these. The first one that we're going to go over is the New Orleans Saints, and I like this formation, or I'm sorry, this playbook, because it has a lot of good formations, but it's also it caters towards like running quarterbacks. So if you have a Justin Fields, the 84 team builder, if you're rocking Lamar Jackson, a mobile quarterback, you're going to be able to kind of use the Taysom Hill packages in here to your advantage in MUT. So in single back, one of my favorite formations is Deuce Close. Very familiar formation in MUT. A couple years ago, like MUT 18, it was super OP, but it's still really good. It gives you kind of that bench feel. The stick plays really good. Halfback wham right up the middle, really good. Halfback stretch, PA boot slide. So some versatility there. Also in the single back, we have the ace slot. This one is good for outside runs. We got the halfback stretch there, but then there's a lot of like very good flood concepts and play action plays there that are going to help you beat man coverage. A lot of kind of funky routes if you take a look at them. So this one can be sneaky good. There's 3 different I-form formations in here. We got Z-close, close flex, and tight. So that's going to get you your good running, your halfback stretches, your runs up the middle. There's some good play actions in there. I do like the slot flex out of strong on this as well. We got the halfback stretch to the right, PA boot slide if they start overcommitting, and then that fullback dive play, it's a really quick handoff. So if you're trying to score on the goal line and you don't want to come out in a goal line formation, fullback dive is a really good play to check out. Now shotgun, I think, is where this playbook excels. If you like to pass the ball with a mobile quarterback, like I said earlier, definitely check this one out. Split offset is going to give you the opportunity to get 2 halfbacks on the field, and there's some really cool plays in here as well. The fullback inside is basically handing it off to your second running back, versus the halfback cross buck is going to give it to your first running back, and there's some really good passing plays in there to check out as well. The next one is Saints power back, and this is like the Taysom Hill package. So if you have a more mobile quarterback on your MUT team, check out the QB power play. You can also take a look at QB blast if your opponent starts to kind of overcommit on the run. There's some really good passing plays, a lot of corner routes, TE spot, mesh sit, both have good corner routes. Rollout corners are really good right now early in the game. So if you have the mobile quarterback that's going to get to the outside, he's going to be able to run with these designed run plays, but also taking advantage of these corner routes. And you know, your opponent may be thinking you're going to continue to run the ball with them. They might overcommit. You can take advantage. Trey offset out of shotgun is really good. Has PA post shot and inside zone. The level switch cell, which is a nice flood concept that a lot of people use from year to year with those table routes on the running back. Dagger is a great play to run against the computer. I use it all the time. It's easier to get a lot of solo challenges done. Can't have a good passing playbook without a good bunch, and I think the Saints bunch is pretty good. We got Z spot and go, Z spot. Mesh is pretty good. Mesh spot, I wish was the route the outside receiver had, kind of like the inside post, but it's still a pretty good play. Flanker drive, good to try to beat your opponent's defense over the top with that really deep post. And it also has some newer plays in there, your classic flood and verticals. The slip screens aren't really good in this year's game. My favorite formation in this playbook is probably tight offset, tight end. It has 2 good running plays with inside zone and then the 0-1 trap, so you can kind of bounce to the outside or run up the middle out of this formation. Saint drive out is really good. PA shot seams, once your opponent thinks you're running the ball too much, you can go ahead and hit them with that PA shot seams. My favorite play in the playbook, Y out halfback swing. It's a great man beater, great zone beater. There's intermediate routes, there's a short route, there's 2 deep posts. It's just a really good, very well balanced play. For the rest of the playbook, Trey Y flex is also good with PA crossers. That one also has a verticals a draw in the dagger play. And then there's a couple empty formations here, 5 wide formations that the Saints usually have with pretty good plays in their playbook. So that's the Saints offense. I like it a lot. Again, if you have a mobile quarterback, this is a really good playbook to choose. Next up is the Raiders, and this has been a top 3 playbook for like the last at least 3 Madden Ultimate Teams, and this year it's pretty similar to what we've seen, so it's going to be good again. In single back, there's a couple good formations. Wing flex close is actually the formation that Joke ran when he won the Madden Bell, I believe, the Madden Bowl in Madden 20. So wing flex close is really, really good. We also have deuce close in there, which we just saw a moment ago in the Saints playbook. And then also the tight Y off is really good out of single back. There's really good running formation, so if you're a runner, this is a great playbook for you. We got I form, close, Y off, close flex, tight. There's tons of I form in there. Strong close is a very popular formation. Saw a lot of that last year, and I think this one, you know, the same formations are good from year to year, and I don't see any difference with strong close. In shotgun, split twins. I believe this is new in the Raiders playbook. I don't recall if this was in here before. So split twins, pretty good one there. Another one where you're going to have 2 running backs or 2 backs in the backfield there. Nice little angle route on that Texas play. Just some good versatility there, and putting 2 halfbacks on the field can often cause confusion. There is a tight slots halfback week. This one is pretty similar to what they had last year. It's not the greatest tight slots, but it's serviceable. It has some good formations in there. Moving along, we have Trey, which is going to have your PA post shot, a very popular play. Verticals, wide drag. We got dagger in there. Curl flat, that nice little angle route for your halfback is really good. Drive post is another one. PA counter go has a nice route, or a couple nice routes. That crosser and that post to the outside, they're both really, really good against man coverage. Moving along, bunch tight end. We're going to see this when we go over the Seahawks playbook. Spoiler alert, Seahawks playbook is going to be in this video. Bunch tight end, really good in the Raiders as well. Inside switch has always been one of my favorites. Stick has a good cover 3 beater. Curl flat corner is a good cover 2 beater. PA boot over, even without the delay fades this year, or delay fades being nerfed, is always a good play. Z spot's really, really good there. Gotta have bunch, of course. PA post shot is not in many playbooks as far as I know, but it is in the Raiders, and I like it a lot. Bench pivot should be good against man coverage. We got flood, which is always a good play from year to year. Bunch trail and flanker drive. Bunch trail is really good against man coverage as well. If you put that outside receiver on a drag, and then if you happen to have a backfield master, a halfback apprentice, I can't remember what it's called, put your running back on a tight end, an angle route. It's good against man coverage. Z spot and go, Z spot, pretty standard there in bunch. There's another tight formation. PA cross is good, bench is good, slot post really good, mesh spot is good, drive corner, Z spot. This one kind of looks familiar to what we just saw in the Saints playbook. And then they do have Trey Y flex, which is going to have my favorite play, dagger, in there, along with the levels Y corner. Good flood concepts there, and PA crossers. Couple other empty formations there. Empty Trey stack, empty trio, empty base flex. But another playbook that's very versatile. Running the ball, passing the ball. Check out the Raiders. Year after year, the Patriots playbook is really good in Madden, but this year it's still good, but they've added another dimension, and I think that's mainly because Cam Newton is the starting quarterback here. So let's take a look at the Patriots playbook. They have the single back A slot that we saw in the, I believe it was Saints playbook, the first one we took a look at. Tight Y off is in there. Single back doubles is really, really good. I form pro, I form Z close. So if you like to run the ball, lots of I form options in there. The strong pro is in there as well. Weak close. These are all really, really good running formations. Pistol is in there. So if you get a Lamar Jackson or Justin Fields, again, this is going to cater to that type of offense. And then in the shotgun, we have the heavy Patriots. So this is very similar to what we just saw in the Saints playbook, where we're going to have some QB design running plays in there, as well as passing. A slot offset. This has always been and still is a really good formation. Very, very tough to defend if you run it correctly. So a slot offset, a really good formation in this playbook. As we move along here, we have trips tight end. This is, a very popular one. We saw Jay Wall run this all year last year, winning his Madden championship. PA shot wheel, a great man coverage beater. It's got the double in sail, which is kind of a flood concept there with the table route. Patch by post. Really good man beaters in there. PA counter go, halfback counter. It's got a curl flat with that tight end. Halfback angle route, and then halfback angle obviously has the halfback angle route as well, and the QB power is in this. So trips tight end, primarily a really good passing formation, but to throw QB power in there, that's going to be very tough to defend. There is a bunch in this playbook. Pat Sale is always good. That little circle route on the right side of the play art is really good against man coverage. Pretty much all coverages there. 518 hook is a good one. I would say compared to the other two playbooks we saw so far, Saints and Raiders, this is the weakest bunch that's in there, but it's still pretty solid. Tight slots, not that great. It has some usable formations, but not really deep when it comes to the plays that are in there. If we continue along here, doubles Y flex is usually a pretty good one with flood. That PA deep outs is a good over the top deep pass. Trips tight end flex. We got this level sail, the PA crossers. These are all things that we saw in some of the other playbooks, but this one just a little more in depth. Trips Y flex out there, empty ace patriot, empty base flex. Another playbook that's going to cater to guys who want to run and pass the ball. The Colts playbook, very pass heavy, so if you play like me and you want to throw the ball around a lot, check this one out. Has a lot of really good shotgun formations, but starting out with single back here, single back ace is good, ace slot is good. We saw that before. Deuce close, wing slot, bunch out of single back. I think that was in the Patriots playbook as well. There is a weak H wing formation, and then the rest of it, everything else in this playbook is shotgun. So you can run the ball out of these formations, definitely air it out. There's a wing tight, which is going to get some extra blockers in there, and you can still run like the inside zone. We got wing slot offset, wing slot weak, tight Y off weak, and this one has a good flood concept there. The right play on the right side of the screen. Post wheel drag, really good against man coverage. Flanker spots, pretty good. And of course, you can run the ball out of this formation. Stack Y off weak is one that I don't think it's talked about enough. If you are facing somebody who plays a lot of man coverage, that number 14 wide receiver that's lined up off of the line of scrimmage means he can't get pressed, so it's pretty good against man coverage. You can check out a lot of different formations, or a lot of different plays in that formation. They have trips tight end offset, which we just talked about how good that is. PA crossers, there's a bubble screen or RPO bubble screen there, a read option. So again, if you have a mobile quarterback, you can start mixing in some running plays with the quarterback. You have inside zone, tight end in, X under, and level sail, both really good flood concepts. There is a bunch Y flex, which is kind of like a normal bunch, but the three receivers, the trip receivers, are lined a little further away from the line of scrimmage and the quarterback there. And this one usually has, let me just see if it's in here, that RPO zone alert Omaha could be pretty tricky. There's usually one other RPO in there, but it looks like it's not in this playbook. Bunch offset, so this is very popular amongst pro players. Mesh post, one of the toughest plays to defend with that inside post, the two drags, the running back route there just beats a lot of different coverages. So of course this bunch offset is going to be very popular. Flood is in there, curl flat, most of the things that we've seen, but instead it's an offset formation, meaning the running back's on the other side. It does have a tight slots as well, so we've seen this formation there. Flood is really good out of here, mesh post as well. And of course, trips tight end flex, which is going to include dagger, my favorite play to beat CPU and solo challenges. PA shot crossers is in there. The RPO out of trips tight end flex is really good as well. It works as an inside zone, but you can dump it off to the inside, a wide receiver, if your opponent starts to overcommit on the run. So again, if you like to air the ball out, definitely check out the Indianapolis Colts playbook. I think it's really going to help you in the passing game. And the last playbook is the Seattle Seahawks. Before we go over that, some honorable mentions. Kansas City Chiefs is really good. Pittsburgh Steelers really good this year. If there are any playbooks you thought that I missed, leave it down below in the comment section. So here is the Seahawks. This is the playbook I used for the back half of last year. Again, it's got Deuce close in there. There's some good running plays. I form, H wing, H slot open. There's the strong, of course, which is a very popular formation. We've talked about that. It's got some pistol formations in there, again, for mobile quarterbacks. Most of these playbooks I showed you today are very versatile, so it's not really going to cater towards one type of offensive player. It really does a good job at both, and if you like to mix it up and keep your opponents, off balance, it's going to work a lot for you. So out of shotgun, ace offset is one we haven't seen yet today. Very good formation with 2 tight ends in there. We got the wing slot offset, which is good for running out of shotgun. Trips tight end offset. PA crossers, your normal formations and plays that we saw. Tight end in, it's got a screen there. Verticals to beat that cover 3. Flood play, really good against cover 2. The X under and level sail give you those flood formations or flood concepts. The bunch, pretty solid. I still think that Oakland and the Saints might have better bunch, though mesh post is in this playbook along with flood, which are probably my 2 most usable plays out of a bunch. And then wide receiver curl and tight end hook were really good in Madden 21, so we'll have to see how those play. They also have bunch tight end here. I already talked about this earlier. Curl flat corner, cover 2 beater, stick cover 3 beater, PA boot over. It's pretty similar to what we saw in the Raiders. Bunch open tight end is the one that I think I was talking about with the Colts, where you have that RPO and it's separated from the line of scrimmage with the 3 receivers over to the right. That one can get really tricky to defend. There is a tight slot with some good play action plays in there, good corner routes for your rollout corners, and mesh is always good. Of course, Trey Y flex, PA crossers, there's a read option in there for people that want to run with a mobile quarterback. And my favorite play, once again, dagger, and then empty bunch, empty Y off, empty hawk, 3 empty sets, 5 wide in the Seahawks playbook. And that's going to wrap it up. Those are the 5 best playbooks to win games now in MUT 22. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.